ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। We are discussing about Krishna being referred to as Bhagavan in the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavan means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who's got unlimited opulences, 6 opulences to an unlimited, in an unlimited quantity. So Krishna has unlimited beauty, unlimited strength, unlimited wealth, unlimited knowledge, unlimited renunciation. But when he incarnates in this world, he is always full of all opulences, but he manifests only as much as is required for his pastimes. So we can see in several instances how Krishna displayed his opulence of strength, opulence of renunciation. So these are described in the 10th canto of the Srimad-Bhagavatam. When Krishna appeared, the devatas had prayed that the burden of the earth had to be removed. Mother Earth was feeling too much of burden because so many demons were ruling as kings in different parts of the country, but they were not real well-wishers of the people in general. They were ruling simply for exploiting the people and enjoying the power and the wealth of the kingdom. So Mother Earth became burdened by these miscreant kings, demons posing as kings. So since she wanted relief, the Supreme Lord appeared to actually reduce the burden of the earth. So Krishna displayed his opulence of strength right from his infancy. Even when he was just a 10 days old infant, one Putana demoness came to kill Krishna, baby Krishna, but Krishna sucked out her life air simply by when she wanted to feed him poisonous milk, then Krishna just sucked out her life air. In this way, Krishna demonstrated that he is always having his opulences with him, and as required they are utilized or demonstrated or displayed whenever there is a need for it. So throughout Krishna's stay in Vrindavan, so many different demons were sent by Kamsa to kill Krishna, but the demons ended up being killed by Krishna. Now, when the demons are killed by Krishna, we should always remember that it is beneficial for such demons that when Krishna kills them, they become completely purified of all sinful reactions, and they are liberated from material bondage when Krishna kills them. So Krishna's killing is not actually killing, it is deliverance. Krishna liberates them, Krishna purifies them. Anybody who comes in contact with Krishna in any way, they are completely purified by such a holy contact. Kamsa was very desperate to kill Krishna because there was a prophecy that Kamsa will be killed by Krishna. Of course, Krishna had no reason to simply kill Kamsa like that, but Kamsa was harassing Vasudeva and Devaki. So Krishna wanted to actually stop this harassment of Vasudeva and Devaki, his own parents, to whom he appeared as their son. They were his devotees. So Krishna wanted to stop this harassment. So in order to do so, he actually went to Mathura, and Kamsa had arranged that as soon as Krishna enters Mathura, he should be killed by one elephant, a very, very powerful elephant. And Krishna ended up killing that elephant, delivering that elephant. Then some wrestlers of Kamsa, they tried to kill Krishna, but instead they got killed by Krishna or delivered by Krishna. Then Kamsa himself tried to kill Krishna, but Kamsa also was killed by Krishna, delivered by Krishna. So upon Kamsa's death, his two wives became widows. Kamsa had no grown-up sons. Therefore, after his wives became widows, they returned to the shelter of their father. Kamsa had two queens, Asti and Prapti. Both were daughters of King Jarasandha, who was the king of the Magadha province, the present-day Bihar. After reaching home, the two queens explained their awkward position following Kamsa's death. The king of Magadha, Jarasandha, he was very much mortified to hear the pitiable condition of his daughters. When informed of the death of Kamsa, Jarasandha decided on the spot that he would rid the world of all the members of the Yadu dynasty. He decided, since Krishna had killed Kamsa, the whole dynasty to which Krishna belonged, the Yadu dynasty, should be completely killed. So he began to make extensive arrangements to attack the kingdom of the Yadus, the capital of the Yadus, Mathura, with his innumerable military strength, military phalanxes. Phalanx means, in Sanskrit it is called Akshauhini division of army. It is said an Akshauhini division consists of so many thousands of chariots, elephants, cavalry and infantry. So the definite number is given in the Shastras that a solid phalanx or Akshauhini division of army consists of 21,870 chariots, then similar number 21,870 elephants, 3 times that number 65,610 cavalry, and 5 times the number of chariots, or 109,350 infantry. These many numbers of chariots, elephants, cavalry and infantry together is called an Akshauhini division of army. Jarasandha prepared 23 such divisions, Akshauhini divisions or military phalanxes to retaliate the death of his son-in-law Kamsa. Taking with him all his military strength, he attacked the capital of the Yadu kings, Mathura, surrounding it from all directions. Now Krishna appeared like an ordinary human being. He always is eternally the Supreme Lord. But for external appearance, Krishna looks like an ordinary human being, because that is Krishna's original form, two-handed form. So, when Krishna, who appeared like an ordinary human being, saw this immense strength of Jarasandha, which appeared like an ocean about to cover a beach at any moment, he perceived that the inhabitants of Mathura, who were all his devotees, they were overwhelmed with fear. He began to think within himself about his mission as an incarnation and how to tackle the present situation before him. Krishna thought that he is not going to conquer the kingdom of Magadha. Therefore, he decided not to kill Jarasandha, the king of Magadha, but he also decided to diminish the overburdening population of this earth planet, overpopulated by the demoniac defense forces of these various demons posing as kings. So since he wanted to diminish this burden, he took the opportunity to face the entire military force of Jarasandha, consisting of so many thousands and thousands and thousands of chariots, elephants, horses, and so many soldiers. So the military strength of Jarasandha had appeared before him, and Krishna decided that he is going to kill the entire force of Jarasandha, so that Jarasandha can go back and reorganize his military strength. While Krishna was thinking in this way, two beautiful chariots, fully equipped with weapons and flags and other paraphernalia and drivers, arrived for him from outer space. Krishna is Yogeshwara, the master of all mystic powers. So for Krishna, this is something very, very insignificant. Simply by his will, everything actually is going on. So Krishna willed that let there be two beautiful chariots fully equipped for him to fight against Jarasandha's army. Then Krishna saw the two chariots present before him, and immediately he began to address his elder brother Balaram. My dear elder brother, Krishna addressed his brother, best among the Aryans, you are the Lord of the universe. You are specifically the protector of the Yadu dynasty. Now the members of the Yadu dynasty are sensing great danger when they see the ocean of this army of the soldiers of Jarasandha, and they are very much aggrieved. Now, just to give them protection, your chariot is here filled with weapons. I request you to sit on this chariot and kill all these soldiers, this entire military strength of Jarasandha. Then Krishna said, the two of us, we have descended on this earth just to give protection to the pious devotees by annihilating the unnecessary defense forces of these demons. So we have the opportunity to fulfill our mission. Now let us execute it. So Krishna and Balaram decided to annihilate the 23 Akshauhini division of the soldiers of Jarasandha. So after equipping themselves with military dress, Krishna and Balaram mounted the chariots. Krishna rode the chariot out of the city with Daruka, who was his chariot driver. With a small army, they came out of the city of Mathura, blowing their conch shells. Curiously enough, the other party was equipped with greater strength. But when they heard the vibration of Krishna's conch shell, their hearts were completely shaken. To fight with Krishna, Jarasandha surrounded him from all sides with great military strength. As the sun, brightly shining in the sky, sometimes appears to be covered by a cloud, similarly, Krishna, the Supreme Sun, was covered by the military strength of Jarasandha. His small army of soldiers, Krishna's small army, was being harassed. So, Krishna decided to take up his bow named Sharanga. Now, from this bow, Krishna shot out arrows, one after another, and he was shooting arrows at such a high speed, it appeared like a whirlwind of blazing fire, killing all the military strength of Jarasandha. The arrows shot by Krishna were so accurate, they were specifically aimed at the elephants, the horses, the infantry soldiers, the chariot fighters of Jarasandha, and quickly they were all killed. Gradually the elephants fell down. The heads of those elephants were completely cut off by the arrows. The horses also fell. Their necks also completely separated from their bodies. The chariots fell. The fighters and the drivers were all killed. Almost all the infantry soldiers fell on the field, their heads, hands, legs cut off. In this way, there was a huge river of blood flowing in that battlefield where many thousands of elephants, horses, men were all killed. So there is a description in the 10th canto of the Bhagavatam that in that river of blood there appeared several arms of the dead soldiers. They appeared like snakes and their heads appeared like tortoises. The dead bodies of the elephants appeared like small islands and the dead horses appeared like sharks. By the arrangement of the Supreme Will, there was a great river of blood filled with so much paraphernalia. The hands and legs of the infantry soldiers floated just like different kinds of fish. The hairs of the soldiers floated like seaweed and moss. And the floating bows of the soldiers resembled waves of the river. All the jewelry from the bodies of the soldiers and commanders seemed like many pebbles flowing down the river of blood. Even Lord Balaram, who was fighting with his club in a very heroic way, he also killed so many soldiers, and the river of blood created by Balaram killing so many soldiers got over-flooded. Now cowards, on seeing this ghastly scene, they became very much afraid. But those who were heroes, they talked delightedly among themselves about the heroism of Krishna and Balaram. Krishna and Balaram don't belong to any particular varna or ashrama. But when they appear in this world, if they appear as the son of a Kshatriya, like they appeared as the sons of Vasudeva, who was a Kshatriya, so they did the work of a Kshatriya, they performed the duties of a Kshatriya. So Krishna and Balaram were fighting as Kshatriyas. So they converted this whole situation into a ghastly scene, and persons of ordinary merit, they cannot estimate how is it possible that Krishna and Balaram with a very small army could have killed 23 Akshohini divisions of all these fighters. Simply we should understand these are the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whose will everything is going on in the entire creation. So what was displayed on the battlefield was actually very, very insignificant for Krishna. If we study the scriptures, we can understand that Krishna personally doesn't have to do anything. Simply he wills, let there be creation. Immediately the creation takes place. Millions of universes, each universe having millions of planets, each planet having millions of living beings. Everything is created by his will. Of course, with his will, behind his will, are all his energies working to carry out exactly whatever he wills. So if by his mere willing, Krishna can create, maintain and destroy this entire cosmic manifestation, then where is the question of any doubt whether Krishna can kill 23 Akshohini divisions, a tiny fraction of some military forces on the Earth planet, when Earth planet itself is one among millions of planets in the universe, and the universe itself is one among millions of universes in this entire material creation. So where is the difficulty to understand that Krishna can very easily do this as a child's play? It is only devotees who are able to understand this fact. Non-devotees cannot understand this because they don't properly hear from the right sources about who is Krishna. Krishna can be understood only from the authentic Vedic literatures if one studies or hears or reads with devotion, with proper faith. Otherwise, these descriptions may appear like some stories which are not believable. We should never compare the descriptions in the scriptures with what is within our experience. Even the devatas are not able to fathom what Krishna performs as his pastimes. Even the devatas cannot understand. But since the devatas are pious persons, they certainly are able to ascertain that such extraordinary activities are very easily possible to be performed by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So after all the soldiers of Jarasandha had been killed, he was the only one left alive, and certainly he was very much depressed. So what did Balaram do? Balaram immediately bound him up with ropes, and Balaram wanted to arrest Jarasandha. But Krishna asked Balaram, do not arrest him, because Krishna had a greater plan. What is Krishna's plan? That if Jarasandha's life is spared and he is not arrested but released, then he will go and bring more demoniac forces, and Krishna will get a chance to redeem the earth of all these demoniac forces. So with this in mind, Krishna told Balaram, release Jarasandha. Actually, Jarasandha, as a great fighting hero, he felt very ashamed. A Kshatriya generally will not fight and simply go back after losing a battle. The fighting generally between two Kshatriyas is such that one of them has to be victorious, and that is only when the other defeated party has been killed. Now Jarasandha has been completely defeated, but his life has been spared by Krishna and Balaram. So he decided that I am not fit to live as a king. So he decided that he is going to resign from his position and he is going to go to the forest to practice meditation and perform severe austerities. So as he was returning home with his royal friends, they advised him, do not retire, because they thought that ordinarily it wouldn't have been possible for Jarasandha to be defeated because he had a very, very strong army, but it was simply due to bad luck that Jarasandha was defeated by Krishna. Since anyway Jarasandha's life was spared, the associates of Jarasandha encouraged him to once again attack Mathura, and this time they all said that Jarasandha will certainly be successful in defeating Krishna and Balaram. So Jarasandha, he got some kind of encouragement because he was very envious of Krishna, because Krishna had killed Kamsa, and because of that his daughters had become widows. So he somehow wanted another opportunity, and when his associates encouraged him to fight once again, attack Krishna's kingdom in Mathura, so Jarasandha decided that he is going to attack a second time. Now Jarasandha again was able to gather 23 Akshauhini divisions of soldiers, because Jarasandha had made alliances with other demons who were ruling in different parts of the country. So he once again gathered from the other allied kings their military forces, and once again equipped with 23 more Akshauhini divisions of these soldiers, he went second time to attack Mathura. Now Krishna and Balaram once again repeated what they had done the first time Jarasandha had attacked. In the same way, equipped with a small army, Krishna and Balaram completely defeated and killed all the soldiers of Jarasandha. And this time also, Krishna once again spared the life of Jarasandha. Jarasandha foolishly thought that now he is getting another chance to attack Krishna, and in the same way, again Jarasandha shamelessly returned home, and he once again gathered some more military forces, and 17 times Jarasandha attacked Mathura. Each time Krishna defeated and killed all the soldiers of Jarasandha but spared the life of Jarasandha. So this way Krishna displayed his strength in very easily completely defeating Jarasandha's 23 divisions of military force 17 times. Mind you, each time when we say 23 divisions, it means 23 times 16,000 chariots, 23 times 16,000 elephants, 23 times 60,000 horses, 23 times 1 lakh odd foot soldiers. So these many were killed by Krishna and Balaram simply by help of a small, very, very small army on Krishna's side. So, Jarasandha was very easily defeated every time. So, this clearly established Krishna's extraordinary strength being displayed in completely defeating Jarasandha's army and Jarasandha's life being spared because Krishna had a greater plan. Then again, the Srimad-Bhagavatam describes Krishna's opulence of renunciation. Because Jarasandha, when he attacked Mathura for the 18th time, Krishna wanted to save Mathura from this 18th attack, and therefore Krishna ran away from the battlefield without fighting against Jarasandha when Jarasandha attacked the 18th time. Actually, Krishna was not afraid of Jarasandha or his army, but he pretended, just like an ordinary person, when he sees a huge number of soldiers, he feels that without any weapons, how can I face them? Krishna apparently was without any weapons at that time. So, without any weapons, Krishna left the battlefield and he began running away a long distance on foot. Both Krishna and Balaram appeared to be very much afraid of Jarasandha's military strength the 18th time when Jarasandha attacked. Actually, Krishna and Balaram have 17 times defeated without any great endeavor Jarasandha's 23 divisions of military phalanxes. So 18 times also Jarasandha brought the same number of military force to attack Krishna. So Krishna and Balaram, they had no reason to be afraid or run away, but Krishna had something else, some other thing to be attended. So therefore, apparently Krishna was running away, being frightened by the huge number of soldiers who had accompanied Jarasandha to attack Mathura. So, it is explained due to this pastime of Krishna running away from the battlefield when Jarasandha came to attack the 18th time, Krishna is known as Ranachor. Ranachor means one who leaves the battlefield and goes away. In India, especially in Gujarat, there are many temples of Krishna where Krishna is worshipped as Ranachor. Ordinarily, if a king leaves the battlefield without fighting, he is called a coward. And it's an insult for a king to leave the battlefield without fighting when he is challenged by an enemy. But Krishna enacted this pastime by leaving the battlefield without fighting. So, because devotees know Krishna's leaving the battlefield without fighting is his Leela. It is not because he is afraid or he is trying to protect himself, nothing of that kind. So, devotees therefore worship Krishna in any form. Krishna displays his pastimes. So, for this pastime of leaving the battlefield without fighting, Krishna is worshipped as Ranachor Rai. Especially in Gujarat, there are many temples of Ranachor Rai. So, a demon always tries to measure the opulence of Krishna and he is never able to actually properly estimate what is Krishna's power, what is Krishna's wealth, or what is Krishna's position. Krishna is always unknown to non-devotees. So demons may think, oh, this Krishna is actually just a ordinary person of this world. But devotees, they never try to measure Krishna's strength or try to estimate what is Krishna's opulence. No, because they know Krishna is full of unlimited opulences. So they always surrender to Krishna, they worship Krishna, they take shelter of Krishna, and they are always safe under Krishna's shelter. Neither Krishna can ever be harmed or killed by anyone, nor Krishna's devotees for that matter can be harmed or killed by anybody. So the purpose Krishna actually ran away was to actually attend to a confidential letter sent by Rukmini that Krishna was requested by Rukmini to actually save her from being forced to marry Shishupala. So Krishna displayed this opulence of renunciation by running away from the battlefield in order to attend to Rukmini's request. So Bhagavatam clearly states that in spite of having defeated Jarasandha 17 times, Krishna left the battlefield simply to display his opulence of renunciation. I'll take some questions. Even after hearing about the Supreme Lord, why can't we develop trust for the Lord in difficult situations? But to understand very carefully that we have been in this material world for many millions of lifetimes. And in the course of living in this material world, we have developed many material desires for enjoying materially. So we have almost completely forgotten the Supreme Lord Krishna, and even we have forgotten our own spiritual self. So when we hear about Krishna, we cannot easily place our trust fully in such descriptions. Such descriptions of Krishna are totally different from our material experiences. Also, we have been cheated repeatedly by materialists, so we don't easily put our faith in somebody who describes something different from what our experience is. Therefore, the scriptures say to develop Shraddha or transcendental faith in such descriptions of the Supreme Lord Krishna, we have to purify our consciousness. Right now, our consciousness is contaminated by material contamination. So, this materially contaminated consciousness has to be purified, and it is possible to be purified only by spiritual practice. What is a spiritual practice? Particularly for us in this Kali Yuga, it is recommended we regularly chant and hear the holy names of Krishna, especially the Hare Krishna mantra. Also, we should hear about Krishna from the authorized scriptures as described by devotees, as described by pure devotees especially. Only then we can purify our heart of material contamination, and as our hearts becomes purified, then our Shraddha, our transcendental faith also develops. Another question, who is great, Lord Shiva or Lord Krishna? According to the Vedic scriptures, Lord Krishna is Bhagavan, the greatest. He is also called Asamordhva. Asamordhva means nobody is equal to Krishna, nobody is greater than Krishna. Everyone is subordinate to Krishna. That means all the devatas, all the demigods, including Lord Shiva, are subordinate to Krishna. But we should also understand Shiva's position is very special. Unlike the other devatas or demigods who are empowered controllers in this world, the other devatas are jivas or living beings, specially empowered by Krishna. But Shiva is not a jiva. Shiva is not a living being. He is in a very special category by himself. He is in between jivas, living beings, and Lord Krishna. So among all the devatas, he is the greatest Vaishnava or greatest devotee of Lord Krishna. Bhagavatam says Shiva is described in the Bhagavatam as Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Shambhu means Shiva is the ideal Vaishnava. He constantly meditates upon Lord Rama and chants Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Shiva has a Vaishnava Sampradaya which is called Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.